Hi Sagittarius, happy birthday. Welcome, welcome. We're going to see what is happening for our darling Sagittarius friends, November 25th through December 1st. We're going to check the week out with this deck here, and then we're going to do a blessing for manifesting with this deck here because we have a new moon on the 26th, and it's a new moon in Sagittarius. So we're going to see what you can manifest during this new moon period. So stick around for that. Let's see what's happening in the week ahead for our Sagittarius friends. Here is your Monday, Tuesday, your Wednesday, Thursday, and your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, Sagittarius. As always, I will always have the information for the card decks in the description of the video for those of you who are collectors and such as am I. So your card here is you're starting off the week with what is called the Force in this deck, which you might know as the Strength card in traditional tarot. Guys, anytime the major arcana cards come up, especially in the weekly readings, I like to remind you guys that whatever is going to be happening around the time that you have that card come up may be an ongoing thing. In other words, major arcana cards come up when we're at a crossroads, when something has to do with our life lesson or a life path, or there's something divinely guided that's happening, or there's a divine intervention situation that might be happening. We'll receive major arcana cards. And the Strength card, to me, in my readings, a lot of the times I've seen it come up for people where they're at the beginning of a very new journey, where you are going to have to be strong because there's things that are happening that are challenging you to believe in yourself and to believe in being able to get through changes. Change isn't necessarily bad, but I'll give you an example, Sagittarius. I feel that for many, 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 many of you, this Strength card has to do with your finances, in that you're coming out of this generational inherited lack. You're coming out of generations of maybe struggling with money, or money is really, really great, and then there's a really, really hard time, like a roller coaster. Like when the times are great, they're great, but when they're bad, they're real bad. So you're breaking out of that. I just intuitively feel this for you, Sagittarius, that a lot of you are breaking out of negative kind of like money patterns. And so whatever you're doing to change that, whether it's coming to you by starting a business or going in a new endeavor, or climbing up the career ladder in just a traditional 9-to-5 kind of job or a career, or going back to school so that you can get better employment, there's going to be challenges. The negative ego is going to come up and say, what are you doing? This is so stupid. Give up. You're never going to succeed. Or you'll have people that come up and doubt you, or are very negative about your idea or your dream, or just you within yourself. It just you might feel very vulnerable because it's something so different and so new, right? Or you might be meeting people who you think, wow, as you're climbing up this ladder and as you're coming into higher levels of success, you're going to be around successful people. And you might look at them and you might compare yourself, and you might say, oh my goodness, this person is so educated, or this person is so accomplished. But you belong there, my dear. You are ending up there because this is where you belong to be. So don't doubt yourself. But when I see the Strength card, it tells me it's a situation that even though it's a good thing for you, and even though you're headed good places, you may have some insecurity that comes with that. And the Strength card just wants you to know you're going to be successful. You're going to master this. You've got this. You're going to knock it out of the park, so to speak. But you need to stay consistent. You need to have this commitment not to give up on yourself. Don't quit. Don't quit and don't give up on yourself. So I feel whatever is happening Monday, Tuesday, a lot of you are either making a very important decision, or you're beginning to take steps towards something very big in terms of bringing stability into your life. And for whatever reason, I'm just getting the vibe, Sagittarius, that for a lot of you, this is going to have to do with money. This is going to have to do with your finances. Your next card here, my darlings, is Seven of Stars. And how cool is this? This particular creator here has this listed as faith. What were we just talking about, right? Like believing in yourself, not giving up on yourself, right? We were just talking about that. And so the next card here, the message, so conveniently, is listed as faith. Now, for those of you that are familiar with the tarot, you may have seen this card as Seven of Wands. You know, in this deck, this creator calls the wands the stars, and the wands have to do with fire energy, Sagittarius. So this is your card. This is about you coming into your fire, coming into your passion, coming into your purpose, coming into your seat of power. Seven of Wands or Seven of Stars, you know, usually it has to do with standing your ground, believing in yourself, right? And a lot of the times we'll see this card come up when you are going to have people that are kind of challenging you or not agreeing with you or putting you down, even in some cases toxic people that might flat out even be putting you down. Sagittarius, I feel a lot of you are really connecting with your purpose and your path, okay? And for some of you, I have to give you a word of caution. Understand that as you're coming into your purpose and your path, the bigger your purpose is, the bigger the path is in terms of how many people you're going to be helping or how many lives you're going to be changing. You are going to have a lot of people or certain people that come in with a lot of toxic energy to try to discourage you, to try to stop you, or to put you down. These are lower vibrational people. You need to make sure that you are not allowing them to pull you down into their level. If you start answering them back, if you start going back and forth with them or even trying to address it, they are pulling you into their energy. And once they've pulled you into their energy, you're going to have this ongoing kind of battle, right? But if you can just stand your ground, see, she's at peace. She's connected. She's maybe praying or meditating. She's in her heart space. She's in her heart center. She's in her bubble. She's not coming out of her bubble. And so Sagittarius, this is going to be a good thing for a lot of you to begin practice doing. Not just this week. Keep in mind this new moon is in your sign, my darlings. It's in Sagittarius. You are creating something very big for yourself. We know this because your first card was Major Arcana. You are creating something very big for yourself. And so you're going to have to be in this bubble. You're going to have to keep it protected. You're going to have to keep your energy protected. And don't let people pull you into the drama. Don't let people pull you into the conflict. Okay, stay on your path, stay on the high path, stay on the high road, stay focused on what you're doing and creating in your life right now. Okay, don't get pulled into their drama. Next thing here, Sagittarius, for your Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, we have the High Priestess, another major arcana, right? And even though Sagittarius, the High Priestess, is not necessarily associated with fire signs, this card is still about you and the energy that you're stepping into. So yet another word of caution, my darlings. This is good. This is good. But obviously, how does the quote go? With great power comes great responsibility, or something like that. So you are definitely becoming more powerful. You're definitely becoming more powerful. When I see the High Priestess come up, okay, well, first of all, we know, like, here it's listed as intuition, and we know that, right? The High Priestess has to do with intuition and that whole connection to spirit, and you are doing this. You're coming into this intuitive energy. But in my experience, I see the High Priestess a lot of the times come up when someone's really, really aligning with spirit in a way where people become very drawn to you. You have a very magnetic energy. So as such, my darlings, be cautious, be prepared, be ready. Know that there's going to be a lot of, like, you know, little moths that are rushing towards your light. And you need to be prepared for this, right? Some people might be, you know, hating on you and wanting to antagonize you. That's why you got in the midweek saying, hey, you know, just stay in your bubble, don't get into their energy. Some of you might have people that are really clinging to you, like looking to you to rescue them or to help them because they're seeing you as this bright light. So again, this is where the word of caution comes in. You need to make sure that as you're connecting with your higher self. And as you are shining brighter, you are in guardianship of your energy, right? Usually when we see pictures of the high priestess, she's sitting on a throne, or she's sitting in some special chair. And so, you know, don't come out of that chair. Don't come off your throne for every, you know, person or everything that's coming in your direction or coming your way. One of the things, Sagittarius, as you're on this journey, I'm telling you right now, I think a lot of you are on the brink of something very, very big, very life-changing. I think it's starting this week. I think it's going to be a process, right? It's going to be a journey. But one of the things you're going to have to learn on this journey, as you're coming into higher levels of success, as you're coming into ways of where you're taking yourself more seriously and being taken more seriously, you are going to have a lot of people that want to kind of latch on to you. They want to like hitch onto your little wagon here. They want you to carry them or to pull them. And so you're going to have to learn to know the difference, especially those of you going into a spiritual path or doing something spiritually to help others. You're going to have to know the difference of when something is required of you for this individual, for you to get personally involved, and when you need to just hand that person over to the light. Where you just need to maybe say a prayer for them, or if you wish to do something along the lines of, you know, lighting a candle or something, if that's something that resonates with you. But you're in your personal life, you're going to have to know who to let in and who to just kind of keep at an arm's length and wish them well and, you know, be loving towards them, but not take it into your energy. Not everyone who's rushing at you is meant to get a seat in your life, or, you know, is meant to, you know, come into your bubble. So that's something that you're going to have to pray for guidance, for wisdom, for direction. And over time, it'll get easier. You'll begin to learn. I promise you this. You will begin to spot people right away and say, oh, that person needs a lot of healing. That person's going to end up trying to get a lot of my time. Let me, you know, be kind. Let me be loving, but let me also reserve my energy. Let me have my little bubble up. Let me send them healing. Let me, you know, call in their angels and, you know, wish them well. But you don't have to take it on as like a fixer-upper. You don't have to take it on as a personal project, you know. So that's what I'm trying to say there with that. Let's go ahead and see what's coming up for you with your blessing card. This is a really cool deck of blessings. It's very like Celtic or Celtic based, which I love. I don't have any Irish in me as far as I know, but I really love that whole kind of culture. So what you have coming up, oh my God, we were just talking about the Sagittarius. How cool is that? A blessing on your wisdom, right? Doesn't surprise me at all, because you all are manifesting some really amazing things right now. And that owl jumping out at me, obviously the owl has to do with, you know, messages from the other side, or messages between the spirit realm and the physical, as does the raven. But something about the owl always makes me think of being able to see through the darkness. So a lot of you aren't going to be very clear exactly on where this current path is leading you, but understand and know that you are being guided, and you are going to be able to come into intuitively knowing what the next steps are going to be for you. So the blessing itself, let's go ahead and take a look at that. The blessing itself for you, my darlings, and you can come back to this as many times as you would like and listen to it if it makes you feel comforted. But I'm going to go ahead and pray this prayer over you, my darlings. Sagittarius, we ask now for a blessing on your wisdom, that you may grow in your own wise ways, and that no experience in this life shall be wasted. That from every encounter and every interaction with human and animal, tree and stone, you begin to observe keenly how the world works, that the natural ways of things you begin to understand deeply through experience, The fall of leaves and the quiet cold of winter, the shuddering rebirth of spring, and the fullness of light and warmth that is summer. Every season is your teacher. You come to know you can be of assistance, but you cannot force. You come to acknowledge your influence, but your lack of control. You strive always to be a positive influence and an example of kindness within the world. And you use your anger and your dissatisfaction to motivate you to create a better world within your own life. And through that, you influence all that is around and about you. To be wise is to grow and to change and to be still hopeful, kind, and good. It is to no longer be gullible or foolish or naive. It is to know how to act and to behave in ways that others can draw strength from. So, friend, a blessing on your wisdom, that the wise ways, the wise blood shall rise and sing their song of experience to you once again. Blessed be Sagittarius. I thank you for watching, my dears. Be sure to subscribe, comment, like, share the video if it was helpful for you. And my dears, I will do a new moon video. So if you haven't yet subscribed, go ahead and do that. You'll get a notification when the new moon video is up. And I will also be posting the love videos for December soon, as well as a channeled message for December. So channeled messages are coming, my dear. A lot of you have really enjoyed that. There will be more. Again, thank you so much for watching. Have a wonderful week.